Hello everyone, welcome to ixamBee. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you do not miss any updates. In this video, I am going to discuss the detailed syllabus that has been rolled out by RBI for the DEPR examination. So, as you are aware, the notification says that the phase 1 exam will be held on July 16th and the phase 2 will be held on September 2, 2023. And both these phases now have 2 papers each. So now in all there will be 4 papers for both together, phase 1 and phase 2. So if you look at the syllabus that they have mentioned for phase 1 objective type paper, it includes micro, macro, international economics, theories of growth and development, public finance, environmental eco, quantitative methods in economics, and current developments in Indian economy. So as you are aware that most of these were already asked. The only new thing that we see here is environmental economics. This has never been asked in RBI DEPR examination and schools of economic thought. Questions from these two areas were generally not asked in the phase 1 objective type economics paper. Otherwise, all these things, international economics, theories of international trade, Hector-Owen model, all of these questions have always been there from these areas. Then public finance from the union budget, current developments in Indian economy, there have always been questions coming from economic survey. The major highlight or major change that is there would be in this, that they have added one topic, one subject of environmental economics, and schools of economic thought will also be now tested in your phase 1 objective type paper. So now a lot of queries are coming. So because there are now 8 topics, will the weightage be 1/8 of each of these topics? How is it going to be in the exam for phase 1? So obviously it's nobody can comment on the weightage of all these topics. You need to prepare each and every topic as you have already been preparing for the DEPR objective type paper. Or the best guess would be that it's unlikely that the weightage would change for these different topics, because these were already being asked, and if it were the case that they had an intention of giving equal weightage to all of these 8 topics, then they would have definitely mentioned it here as they have done it for your phase 2 papers, which I will show in a moment. So the idea is not to give equal weightage to each of these topics, but the idea is to test you on a wider range of topics and with less uncertainty. So earlier there was a lot of uncertainty with the syllabus not being defined for DEPR. Now because the syllabus is being defined, the uncertainty level has gone low, and with introduction of 2-3 new topics, that is the only change. Now another thing, another queries a lot of people have been asking, that under macroeconomics they haven't mentioned national income for phase 1. However, this topic is mentioned for phase 2. So should we prepare it or should we skip it? So yes, I would say yes, the chances of coming a question from national income would be low in phase 1, but does not mean that you should skip this, because a lot of numerical kind of questions and objective type of questions is possible from this national income topic. So definitely you should not skip this and go for this examination. You have sufficient time to prepare national income, and if you have already been preparing, then you would already be at a good stage of preparation. There is nothing much additional that you really need to add in your preparation. Then phase 1 will also have another paper on English descriptive type. Now this is a change, as in this paper was there in phase 2 earlier. Now they have introduced this in phase 1. That is the only change. There's nothing much that has changed, and apart from the time of the exam, the duration of the exam. So the exam will now be for 2 hours. Earlier it was 90 minutes. So now it is going to be 2 hours. That is the only change. So earlier it was 1.5 hours, now 2 hours. So there are 2 possibilities that can you can see in your paper 1 is that they might increase the word limit for questions, like they might increase the word limit for essays, they might increase the weightage of marks for different questions that they have been asking, the 3 questions that they generally ask: essay, Pressy and RC, reading comprehension. Or what they can do is they might include more number of questions in the paper. So that will be their discretion, and these information can be seen only when if they roll out anything in the information handout at the time of release of admit card. We cannot comment on it. Only thing that you can do is that you can prepare all kinds of questions and be prepared for such things for the examination. Anticipate well in advance and accordingly strategize your preparation. Now, next thing is, if you look at the phase 2, they have clearly described each and everything under microeconomics module. So this is more or less in line with the Indian Economic Service syllabus also. Consumer theory, producer theory, market theory, distribution theories, they have added Ricardo, Marx, Galeski and Calder. This was generally not there in the paper earlier, but now they've added this also. They could, so because the weightage of microeconomics and macroeconomics is equal in the paper 1 or phase 2 exam, so you can expect, because there are so many modules, at the max you can expect 1 question coming from this, not more. And obviously there will be options definitely in the examination. RBI always give options in the examination, so you don't need to really bother much if this area is not strong. Distribution theories, you haven't been able to prepare it well, that is fine. The chances of coming questions from this would be pretty low. Then welfare economics questions have always you have seen questions coming from Arrow and Cozen-Sain. So again, this is fine. Questions have been there from this area. And Pareto optimality, general equilibrium questions have also come in the examination in the past. Then under macroeconomics, national income accounting is there in phase 2. It's mentioned, but it's not, it was mentioned in phase 1. So because you have to anyway prepare this topic, so why not prepare in advance before phase 1 itself, because you have plenty of time right now. Yes, you can skip these topics like Lucas critique, Taylor's rule, all of these maybe you can skip for the phase 2, because these are not specifically specified in your syllabus for phase 1. So chances of asking you this would be pretty low. Then public finance, international trade, theories of economic growth and development questions have always been there in the exam from these topics. Now just that you have to prepare public finance more from a theoretical point of view also. You should know that the various theories of taxation, the theories of public expenditure as well, not just from the union budget point of view. Then if you look at the syllabus for paper 2, this has topics on quantitative methods. So under this, generally the question linear programming is a favorite topic of RBI. You generally see questions coming from this, so you should definitely not skip the important topics that have always been asked in the examination, and then you can proceed on other topics which are listed here. So that should be the main strategy for the exam. First, look at the past years. From the past years, you've already gauged what are the relatively important topics, and then you can prepare more on the relatively less important topics. That would be the best strategy. Now there are certain topics which are mentioned for phase 2 which they have never really tested earlier, like artificial intelligence, machine learning, Bayesian econometrics. So this is one component of this whole entire syllabus, and because there's equal weightage of both these modules, at the max you can expect 1 question coming from here. So again, your strategy should be smart. You should prepare well on the topics that you have been preparing well, and make those areas stronger in order to clear the examination. Generally people tend to draw their attention more on something that is new, right? And because it is new, then it is new for everybody. This is a competitive examination. You need to focus on clearing the examination, not on knowing each and every thing. So accordingly you should plan your strategy. Now if you look at the module on Indian economy, this was again this questions from section B of phase 2 of descriptive economics. This covered the Indian economy module already, so you've already been preparing for this earlier as well, so there's not much change. Only thing that they have now elaborated all of these syllabus to include one more paper of descriptive type on economics. More or less, the syllabus is already in line with what they have already been asking earlier. There are few additional topics that they have added, but that is fine. That would not change a lot in your that is not going to change a lot in the preparation strategy. You can also have a look at the mock test that we have on our website and have an idea about the level of examination. In the same playlist, you will get different previous year questions discussed and other important topics also. You can have a look at that. You will also find memory based papers link in the description of this video. You can download that, and you will also find a preparation guide link that we have created for you for these upcoming 60 days to prepare well and clear the examination. You can check out the course that we have also, and if you have any queries, you can call us on this number or you can mail at this email ID. Thank you.